Hey, what's going on, guys? Battel here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about some of the news that they dropped for Black Ops Cold War today. Apparently, there's going to be more news tomorrow. I'm going to be at the fire station tomorrow, so I won't be able to get to talk about that tomorrow, but I at least want to talk about the news that they dropped today. So, if you are somebody that's planning on picking up Black Ops Cold War, again, I am still on the fence right now. I do not know if I want to pick this game up at all, but the game is literally a week away from being released. Tomorrow's going to be a week away from this game's release. They're trying to finally drop some information. We've been dying to get some more information about Black Ops Cold War, and they have been just holding everything back. So now that we're damn near a week away from this game's release, they're just trying to just trickle it in, just little itty bitty little information to get you hyped. But honestly, I don't know how many people are actually hyped for this. I think you're going to see some YouTubers out there that are a little overhyped, and I think a little over enthusiastic about it. But I'm telling you right now, man, we've been burnt so many times with the Call of Duty series. I am holding out, and I will wait to see what everybody else thinks about the new Call of Duty before I pick it up. However, let's talk about some of the news that released today. They released some news about the Black Ops Cold War roadmap for like the first 2 months for November and December. So we'll talk about that, as well as apparently there's rumors of the prestige system. There's going to be a new prestige system in the game. So just like in Modern Warfare, where you had the ranking system 1 through 55, and then you had the seasonal ranking system that was considered to be prestige. Apparently there's going to be a new prestige system in Black Ops Cold War. There'll still be seasonal rankings. There's still going to be the 1 through 55 ranking system as well, but apparently some type of prestige system is going to be in this game as well. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not anticipating much, man. Again, like I said, we've been disappointed so much and so often by the Call of Duty games and Call of Duty series as a whole. I'm just, you know what, I'm going to wait for everybody else to kind of experience before I plan on dipping my toe in the water. Tell me how cold the water is before I dip my toe into it. All right, so anyway, let's talk about this roadmap that they released today. Now, the roadmap actually shows Nuketown 1984 being in Black Ops Cold War. Right? Nuketown, I mean, I guess you have to have a Nuketown if you're going to be releasing a Black Ops Cold War game. However, apparently it's not going to release until November 24th, so the game releases next week, but the game Nuketown 1984 will not be in the game on launch. I don't, but why? Anyway, I'm going to tell you right now, the reason I look at this very weirdly is because Nuketown 84 is not going to be in the game on release. Okay, so this is the way I'm thinking the game is going to go. I think the game is going to be releasing with minimum game modes, minimum maps, and throughout its lifespan, more maps will come later on, but on release, it's going to be very minimal things, minimal weapons, minimal things when it comes to game modes and maps and stuff like that, which is just kind of a weird thing. It's just like it very slowly trickling in more stuff, more content later on down the line. Now, I don't know if that will keep people playing longer and longer, but it's just very odd to me to see that Nuketown is not releasing on the release date. Making me think that they're just trickling in a little bit of content here and there to hopefully maybe keep people in the game. And you know, it's funny even to know too the Warzone news that we got not too long ago, where Warzone's not even going to be ready for Black Ops Cold War until December. And that's one thing they actually announced in this, is that beginning December 10th, Warzone will be available. 2v2 gunfight is coming back into Black Ops Cold War, which is kind of funny that again it's not in the game right now. To me, it's so weird to know that game modes that are in this game are not going to be in the game when it releases. It'll be later on down the line. So I get it at a certain point where you want to release game modes, you want to keep content flowing into this, and maybe that keeps people, you know, engaged and keeps people going. But it's just very weird to know that this has just very minimal things in it, and I think that's going to be that's going to be the way that Black Ops Cold War kind of exists for the year ahead. Now, it does say more multiplayer maps, more modes. Again, like I said, they're just trickling in this content and whatnot. They also release a little information, or at least showing pictures of new weapons, and new weapons are going to be added into operators, new zombie modes, and then classified Warzone experiences that they've released today. Again, I don't know what to think about this, because it just doesn't seem like we're getting a full game on release. Now, I understand that they make a lot of money on cosmetic items, and that's the reason why we get some of the free content for maps and modes and stuff like that. You know, they don't want to split up the player base, and there's crossplay and everything. I get that. But it definitely does seem like we are not getting a full game. Now, will we get a full game, you know, within a year? I would hope so. I mean, even Modern Warfare sold a partial game to Xbox and PC with Spec Ops, Survival being excluded, which, come to find out, Survival Survival was terrible, being an Xbox owner, but yeah, it's just very odd to know that a Call of Duty game is releasing without really having a whole lot in it until later on down the line. All right, now let's talk about this as well with this new Prestige system. No, apparently this new Prestige system doesn't come into the game until December. That's the same time as Warzone, as well as multiplayer maps and modes and stuff. So it does make me curious on, like, how is the first month? How's November going to go? If December is that 1 month where a lot more content is being released, how is November going to go? Because will the game feel stale 1 month into its life cycle? I don't know, but it's very weird to see that the game is releasing next week, but a lot of the other things like Warzone, this Prestige mode, weapons, modes, maps, they're not getting released until the following month, which is just, it's so odd. It's just so, I mean, am I the only person that think it's so odd? Like, I think you're gonna have a lot of people in here that are just like building this up like, oh my god, this is gonna be the most amazing game ever. I'm so hyped. I hope you're hyped. And to me, look, I want to be hyped, but really there hasn't been anything in the reveal or any type of tease that's made me hyped for this game very much at all. Even the little info that they dropped today, I'm not overly excited about it. I mean, it's nice to know that Nuketown will be making a return, and hopefully it plays well, considering how Modern Warfare has done some remake maps in its in Modern Warfare. But I don't think Treyarch is going to destroy Nuketown. At least, hopefully, they don't. But it's just very weird to know that I'm really hoping I'm not the only person that's thinking it's weird that Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is kind of going the route it is right now with the way it's releasing content and whatnot. But anyway, so when it talks about this Prestige mode not going to be available until December, that's the exact same time when the I believe the Battle Pass is available as well in December. So again, not I'm talking about everything else: Warzone, maps, everything, modes, weapons, the cosmetic items in that Battle Pass are not going to be released until December. Now, this is the one thing I am assuming that we are going to have ranking 1 through 55. They've already talked about that, similar to Warzone. We're going to have similar progression, seasonal progression, I think, like officer ranks as well. But how is this Prestige going to play out? Now, I know a lot of people have been demanding, even me, man. I would love to see the old Prestige, you know, come back. I mean, good heavens, it's really cool to see people, you know, constantly grinding this game and constantly going through and seeing the dedication that people have. And honestly, Modern Warfare really didn't do that with its Prestige mode, having complete challenges and whatnot. Yeah, I don't really have time to do that, and I really don't care about doing some of those challenges. I just want to play the game. Give me some XP, let me climb up the ranks of Prestige, and let me show off kind of my dedication to the game. Not, hey, make me complete challenges and make me kind of get off of what I like using in this game. I think there's one thing that's a driving part that, you know, that drives people away from doing challenges, because it just kind of gets them away from their comfort zone, gets them away from having to do something they really don't plan on doing. But if they want to get that prestige, they have to, and I don't really like that you're forcing players to do something that they don't want to do. Will I see Prestige kind of return in the way that it did back in the day? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. I doubt that we're going to see that. But, I mean, I would like to. I think a lot of people would like to see that as well. I mean, I don't know. To me, personally, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Prestige back in the day was not broke, but somehow they changed it for Modern Warfare. So hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully, you know, when Black Ops Cold War comes out and December reaches around this date, to where everything releases, hopefully Prestige mode and whatever the way they want to do the Prestige system is successful and people like it, unlike Modern Warfare and how they did it. So anyway, guys, I just at least wanted to give you guys my opinion, down and dirty, no real hype or anything, but just at least to give you a clear cut and kind of down the middle kind of point of view. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about this roadmap? What do you think about the other things getting released in December for Black Ops Cold War? Have a great rest of the day, guys. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.